Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Monster Train. I don't believe it. We've mastered the game. We've reached true game mastery. Who would have thought such a thing could even be possible? So we went Stygian Awoken last time. Hit me with the random. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. Melting Hellhorned. You're gonna sap. We got Ascend, we got some removal, we got Melting Champ. So let's check first. Look, you're gonna keep giving it to me, I'm gonna keep taking it. You know how many, like, BS Stygian Umbra runs we did? At the start of turn, add a random imp unit to hand. At start of turn, add random imp to hand, you will. Star Trek. Okay, let's take it. I don't know if we're gonna do an imp build, but it's a free unit per turn. Do we have anything that gives burnout? No. So I probably won't play our champion first. I don't know, with the imps we might be able to, but I gotta think about it. Armor 15 on the front unit. Dunk dunk a dunk 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 dunk. Dunk dunk a dunk 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 dunk. So, you're not gonna die to damage. You're gonna die to burnout exclusively. So I think, I don't know, but not being able to play you is the worst of both worlds. Yeah, I think we do play the champion. I don't think we care about keeping them alive. But I think what we try to do instead is craft a decent, like, top floor. I don't know, we could even, like, well, that's as good as it gets there, but, we'll just try to get our champion to take care of all of the minions, and then we'll take care of the rest. You know, if you can take care of the units, then I'm a happy camper. I mean, quite frankly, I think the Impish Scholar is almost worth summoning just to get him killed. We can ascend a healer just to make this a little simpler down here. Play a drag, and I want you just to basically die. Because of the armor, we can't just one-tap these units. Doesn't really matter if you make it to the pyre. You burning out sucks pretty bad. You only have 10 HP, you're not dying. I think we let you make it through. And we try to summon, like, a train steward here. Like, I don't think we play Crushing Demise, unfortunately. And then at least these guys will have stealth. It's not particularly good stealth, but it's something. Yeah, this seems about right to me. Maybe I'm overly ambitious here, but without being able to bring our champion back, I think this is, like, almost as good as it gets. So why don't you come out here, do some damage. The healer is admittedly a pretty big problem, which is why I think we'll actually use our torches there. I thought you guys were gonna have stealth. Well, I think we like this. We don't really... Hold on. That's a big play. We don't really need the energy. We're probably better off just with something like that. That takes you to 31 damage. I don't think 2 train stewards are gonna get you, but it's, you know, I mean, it is what it is. There's very little else we could actually do to kind of change this when we have... You could wait for your champ to come back, but I mean, if you were paying attention, we still hadn't even made it through our deck once by the time we got through there, so... I don't think it would have been that great of an idea. And actually, our deck goes slower. No, maybe it doesn't go slower because of Imsicle, now that I think about it. I like all of these, but I really think that Wicklash with, like, a holdover is probably our best option. And then, for now, I don't know. I really do feel like Ritual of Battle is almost never bad for us. Okay, I actually think we roll Paraffin Enforcer here. Friendly burnout units get rage 2. So every turn you attack, you're going to get rage 2. Can we also get the lady? That's the wrong lady, dude. I still think you take her. We're not going to be able to fit everybody on the same floor, though. Let's go burnout 4. I can live with that. Let's get a torch out of this deck as soon as possible. I'm not thrilled with our setup right now, but I'm like reasonably okay with it. And HP is really not a problem for us. HP is like pretty okay. So we do want you, and we really want you to work with the Paraffin Enforcer. So I think what we do on this floor is actually this to wipe out all the units. And then maybe just set up like a balanced attack. And then quite frankly, it would be best if you died. Just so you don't fill our deck. Now we get the Collector no matter what. Now we don't have the space for Paraffin Enforcer, which admittedly, something I could have thought about. But we can at least, like, the Paraffin Enforcer still works well on this floor. Although they won't get a chance to attack, unfortunately. So we need Wicklash. We got it, which is stunning. Thank you very much. I'll be honest, I think we want to do something like this. No real place for a drag here. How are we going to play this one? So we're attacking 2 times. I bet if we ascend you... I thought that would be enough by itself. So the ascend is doing great work for us. Just need to get Wicklash to the point where we can play it every single turn. Or add a couple of Wicklashes. I think it's probably our best option. I really do still like Hornbreak. On Harvest, gain Rage 2. I don't know if I see that one. But I do love a Steelworker as like a top floor tank. We're a little unit heavy, which is okay, because we know we're going to go through some removal soon. And we're... I don't know, man. Hear me out here. I think you got to play every run on its own rules, right? So right now, we're in a situation where keeping our champ alive is what wins us the game. Absolutely. So any... I didn't even mean to get that, but I was just clicking randomly on the screen because I can't be left alone for more than 2 minutes without just clicking on something. And it actually worked out pretty nicely. I think Wildwood Sap is actually pretty good as well. Now, our deck does have 32 cards, but there's a couple consumes in there. And really, any card that we get that keeps our champion alive, we don't really care about the fact that... yeah, we want this. We don't really care about the fact that it takes up space in our deck because it's that important. So, you get more burnout. I think we'll just elevate you to save ourselves the 10 damage. I really like this. And then I think it's pretty important that Steelworker goes up. And then for 1 energy, we can Crushing Demise on this floor and kill you. Or we could just torch you for that matter. But what's your thing? You deal 10 damage to the front unit on death. Truth be told, I think I'd rather just do it like that. You're gonna die to the Rail Beater at the top anyway. I would actually let you die here to get a drag out of my deck. For the time being, everything's okay. Because you burn out, I'm now realizing it is going to be hard to keep you going. It would be best to put all these units on the same floor. I mean, that's obvious, I suppose, but... We're gonna try to play both sides so we always come out on top. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a try. Might even be able to keep that drag alive. But we have to remember, our champion is by far the most important unit to keep alive. So you have 4 burnout, champion has 4 burnout. We have another Wicklash coming. We do, and it's a super Wicklash. Okay, so we're gonna use Hallowed Drippings here to keep our drag alive, believe it or not. And I think, like, you should just go ahead and take a hit for us there. That makes sense now that I think about it. And then in terms of rage, we're just gonna rage our champion. I gotta remember, without multi-strike, rage does the same amount of damage on every single unit. So don't go thinking that, you know, it's just better one way than the other. Necessarily, at least. So this is nice. Little better setup up there. Just, we gotta keep the champion alive. So Wicklash is big here. And we actually got it. Okay, so we will Wicklash. You're dead. I'm not thrilled with this deck right now. But I am at least, like, it's functional. Mostly because this champion is just so, like, unbelievably strong. But I don't really like our other units. Like, I don't think our Enforcer is really that good. Play Endless to a friendly unit? You know, I think putting that on our champion is kind of interesting. This is what we want, Lady of the Reformed. Well, okay, now we probably wouldn't put it on our champion. So I'll tell you straight up, this deck is bulging at the seams. Removal, in my opinion, is probably our most valuable asset right now. And that's the principle I'm going to use to guide me. And I'll tell you, I think I'd rather cut the dregs than the train stewards right now. I want torches gone. I want a lot gone. Multiple endless units for a cost of 2. What do you think? It's either that or maybe like Wildwood Sap. I think this is your play. 10 magic power. Probably that. All right. All right. And our champion should just become, you know, incredible. This will be interesting. So far, it seems a little underpowered, but I think we're going to get there. You have haste. With haste, I'm not going to turn this on. What we'd love, actually, now that I think about it, is a rare Umbra card to give our champion trample. But, okay, so we want this. We want her up in the front. But it's tough because we also need her to live, basically. And you don't do any damage. So actually, you getting hit once is what we want here. So we'd rather torch you. You take 1 damage, but give burnout to everybody. And we're going to give our champion the extra burnout. Just because if this lady dies, we still want to be able to have our champion survive. Yeah, that's the play. That's the play. You figured it out. We got 1 energy left. Like, Wicklash is really good, but I do think a Steelworker up at the top is very helpful, too. Even if he is dazed for a turn, it's kind of an endgame scenario for us, I guess. So I think there's multiple ways to play this one. Because you're not dying right now, I actually look at this like, let's put Lady of the House and make her endless, so we don't have to focus on burnout so much. And then we obviously want you to get hit. I think we'll just move our hasted unit up 1 so that they die. This seems fine so far, which you'd expect because we didn't turn the trial on. Now, unfortunately, we can't play our Paraffin Enforcer on the bottom floor. And that's where we want them, but it is what it is. I don't know where you go. So I guess the Paraffin Enforcer will go here, but are we really gonna set that up? I'm not sure yet. That should get us... I really thought it would get us 2 kills. I didn't realize you guys were working together. This will get us 2 kills. Nope. Because you attack first. Yes, okay, this makes a lot of sense, actually. Because we're doing fine on burnout, let's minimize this. You'll still get 1 burnout on this turn, but this will give us the energy we need to get a little further too. And let's have our tank live a little bit longer. And then, you know what? Big burnout floor that probably will not live that long, but doesn't really need to live that long right now. Just gonna be honest, I don't want to mess up the burnout there. May not have been necessary, but kind of felt necessary. And you might be like, why not ascend this lady so she can pass the burnout on? Well, she's at the back, so she can only pass the burnout on to all these units if she's if she gets hit by a sweep unit, which is somewhat unlikely. But admittedly, there might be a case to move one of these units back. I don't know, she's already endless, so she's coming back. Feels weird to play nothing. Probably something like this. We don't really want to add stealth right now, because stealth is also... It counters our lady getting hit. We like when the lady gets hit here because she gives us burnout on all of our other units. Anyway, you're already, like, clearly dead, but, you know, just for practice's sake, this is a good way to think about it. I do get the vibe right now that this has not completely come together. But we're starting to get there. I don't think we need 2 endless. Based on that fight, we don't need 2 endless. Similarly, with Memento Mori, we're not really having that many of our units die. I think this is a weird skip. And right now, armor doesn't seem that valuable. So I'm trying to keep it lean because we added a lot very recently. And we will continue to... And this is probably... You can take this like as a huge negative. But I was just going to say we're going to take this without thinking too hard. And remember that removal is what we said we wanted, so let's do it. I'll lose 25 pyre health for a lot of gold. We are going to need to hit a shop to make it worthwhile, but right now pyre health has not been a problem. If we were to duplicate a card... I think a second Hornbreak is pretty good. Maybe. Multi-strike, stealth. I feel like we can turn this on. It's a little spicy, but I think it's doable. And for an artifact, no less. I think we're in a position we could take some risks. So you being out here is fine. You are taking 16 damage, but hold up, because... There you go. Let's minimize this risk a little bit. Now we got a lot of energy. Tell you what. Let's get that going out there. Do we want you... Burnout units get rage too. Play you. Does the lady fit in 2 space or 3 space? She fits in 2 space. So this is a decent play. We'll put you up here in case there's a collector there. The multi-strike is something you got to be real cautious about for sure. Dunky, dunka, dunka. So we definitely have to Wicklash you. And we like this as well. It's a lot of damage, dude. We need to Wicklash you for burnout. It's just a question of what happens next. This gives us our money, which is important. No real reason, in my opinion, to kill any of these things. I think we'd probably be better off getting a steelworker going, but not on the bottom floor. The other thing would be a welder helper. And I actually think there's a case to be made for this one. It's tight, don't get me wrong. Because the extra damage that all these units are going to get is absurd. And with you not being dead, that's a real problem. I hate to say it, I think we have to do this. Pretty sure you're still going to die. Oh, she's living. All right. But this guy's getting to the pyre. And my god, when he gets there, he's going to be, he's going to cause us some problems. So let's think about this. You being endless is advantageous. You're still dying. Now you're not dying. I don't know, man. I feel like I should not have turned this on. It's a much more dangerous option than I had originally anticipated. I really can't stop you from getting to the pyre. That's not true. But man, like, how am I gonna get you when you get there? You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm gonna do once you get up here. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard restart situation. I mean, literally, like, I mean, you don't need me to play anything. Oh, no, actually, I was gonna say if we can kill you. If we can kill you, we can get around it. How are we gonna kill you, though? It would involve something like this. Or not. This will make you stronger. But it does take off a little damage. Really? Alright. Well, I accept it. What? The pyre got him. That was unexpected. Do you do you don't do damage? We're still, there's no way. There's no way we're killing you. It just doesn't make sense. I almost don't even want to play this one out because I know, like, how could it possibly work? She's got burnout on her, like, to boot. 70 damage. Okay. Wait, we're gonna restart. We'll restart with the same parameters. And yeah, okay, it'll break my win streak. Yeah, you know what else will break my win streak? Losing. Start me off again. I think we shouldn't have turned on the trial, but I also think our floors were a little cursed. Resolve, reform a random unit. So I think I do like this. But it does mean it's gonna be a little harder in the early game. Something to be said about split anvil. Winged steel is also pretty good though, dude. Like, we're gonna get a lot of draw out of that. I think that's your play. So we just need to close our loop here. I actually don't think you turn this one on. It's a little spicy in my opinion. And I think the value you get out of the trial is something, but I also think it's very important. Oh, I can't afford to play that anymore, dummy. I also think it's very important. There we go. To keep your pyre health high. Big torch. How much health you got? 10? 2 of these will sort us right out. We need... Oh, you could have played that drag. Okay, slow down, slow down. What was I gonna say? What I was gonna say is we need to close the loop of resurrection. We need a molded that can hit our champion. If we get a molded that can hit our champion, we're totally off to the races. Might as well. Might as well. Even though they'll only attack once. Right now, our champion exists to summon units. So what are we looking for? Well, really, we're looking for more ways to... Just trying to think. I can't play Torch and Mortal Entrapment. It would have been nice though. I could kill you, and then you'll take 25 extra damage, or I could kill you, and the pyre won't explode. I think our best play is, well, our pyre won't take damage, I should say. I think this is our best play right there. That takes us up to 100. Anyway, so we need to get units that get buffed by Harvest is really probably our biggest thing. Can't fit anything on this floor. Well, that's gonna put a damper on things. Can't fit anything on that floor either. All right. Entombed Explosive is pretty good. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I mean, literally, you can't kill me and win on that one, so no big deal. That went pretty okay. So we're looking for a molded. We did not get it. I feel like unit-wise, we don't need any more Entombed Explosives. This is a weird one. We don't have a big unit yet, so our unit is going to be our #1 thing. I do like Molting Imp. I actually think Molting Imp coming out, dying, and getting resurrected a lot is a good, like, AoE spell for us. And we pretty much have to go here. Big Sludge. On Harvest, gain Rage 2. I actually think we probably want to go... I mean, Big Sludge is pretty... He can get pretty strong. And it is a Hellhorn run, so we have like rage synergy. But the gold is kind of like universally useful. Interesting. I think we rolled this for now. Now, the flip side of all of this, we can just make you endless instead. The flip side of all of this is you're not going to be very strong. By that, I mean our steward. Or tycoon, I should say. I kind of like the idea of giving you a little rage. Honestly, I don't think anybody really needs a burnout unless we want to try to make like one super drag. Or alternatively, I guess that's true, you can make a burnout entombed explosive. You could even then play it at the back and get 35 damage to the front. It's all in the service of getting as many harvests as possible. I think we can do that. We don't have heavy hitting units. So like we actually are looking for spells. So like Memento Mori would be a crazy good spell for us. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Donkey, dunk, dunk, donkey, dunka, 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 donkey, dunk, dunk, donkey, dunk. We have to try to protect our champion, so I think you just summon them on the middle floor for now. It's something. So I think our prerogative... That's right, I say it like prerogative. You got a problem? So we kill this unit, and then the steward basically just exists to wait for dregs to run out of life. And then our other dregs exist specifically to take hits. Alright, and then we were able to bring this back. Now, we've done this before. We know this is not something that's likely to lead to a particularly successful run in the long term. By which I mean, you know, like our Entombed Explosives, at the end of the day, getting 35 damage per floor doesn't actually mean that much when you're trying to kill a boss with 2,000 HP. But it's doing a pretty bang-up job for the time being. So I do appreciate that. You are a sweep unit. You do 6 damage, so it's 2 turns. I think you deserve this, quite frankly. And, yeah, we'll put a trained steward up here with you for draw purposes, and then we'll get one of those going. And, I mean, if this is as good as it gets, it's as good as it gets, dude. You're endless, huh? Believe it or not, this is a weird play. I think we kill our own imp for gold. We can also then play the imp on the next floor, if we want to, and do some damage to these guys. But we could also put an Entombed Explosive in at the front. I kind of like the imp play, because it's going to hit the units at the back over time. I can't deny another 70 damage to that front unit looks pretty tempting. But we need to be able to play something up here. That's the flip side. I just wanted to draw. Oh, and then we drew the endless unit. Yeah, that makes actually perfect sense. Alright, so we don't play anything. Now that I think about it, we're not even bringing a unit back anymore, dude. Are we dead? We're super dead, right? I didn't even mean to hit you with this. We lived. We lived. Okay, what have we learned? We need bigger units. Molded is how we close our loop. Health is kind of an issue, but damage is more of an issue. So I think an Alpha Fiend on the bottom is the kind of thing we're looking for. And then get this unit as pogged up as possible. Like, preferably with the fastest multi-strike of all time. Then again, though, I pretty much have to get some Pyre health. This is a cursed situation. We're gonna have friendly units enter with Rage 3, even though spell upgrades tend to be very good as well. Then copy a card. Dunk, dunka, dunka. I'm just gonna tell you, this is not a great position to be in. I actually think you don't copy anything. But probably a molded is always gonna get you a unit. Molded is really good for 1 cost, I think. Even though we're already bringing units back with our champ. Is a tough one. It's not an easy one, let's put it that way. So we want to rethink how we do floors. Definitely we want Alpha Fiend to the bottom, but also living, ideally. And he would not be living here. However, we could bring him back. The thing is, we don't want to bring him back. We'd much rather just have him live. I forgot that the Alpha Fiend costs 2, actually. I was looking for a drag, maybe, but... Sorry, he got 1 attack out there. It's a start. Literally the bare minimum, but it's a start nonetheless. So you... Well, just cruise this one through. Think this one through the old brainstem. Molded will bring back a train steward, which is unessential. You do need to live. Here's how I would do this. You come up here. There's some gold for our coffers. That seems fairly nice. Keep your champ alive. They're summoning human shields for you down here. And even if our imp's living, they're not a big focus for us right now. So I would say... I'm gonna do this even rather than grabbing the gold. Because we could put the drag up at the top, and it would have blocked another hit, but I want to stop the problem as close to the stem as possible, you know what I mean? So again, we'll play a drag here. That's bad. Yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, 2 things explode here. However, the other great thing about the dregs right now... 2, 5, 5... We'll live. The other great thing about the dreg is that it's like free draw. Or it's a draw enabler. So we get a train steward with burnout 1, which is actually super nice because we can play it up here and get a little extra, you know, bonus out of it. Really would rather have you take another hit for us. I can't believe only one of you is dying, but... So you... Boom. Boom. 2-2. How does that kill us? You'll die on the first hit. You'll die on the second hit. Don't we get hit for 4? Oh, because it goes in order. So you're dead first. You get hit for 10. You get hit for 10. So this will keep you alive. And then there's no place to play you, but it is what it is. Again, if the Alpha Fiend dies, it's not the end of the world, but it's pretty bad. This is really what we're looking for, is this as often as possible. And you know what? For 1 energy, we could even ice it and then bring it back. If we have a molded coming soon, we could bring our champion back as well, but... In fact, actually, now that I think about it, hold up. I don't mind the champion dying, believe it or not. Let's play a drag just to take a hit here, if possible. I didn't know if it was going to keep us alive, but I did know it was going to let us draw this. And get a little bit of extra gold out of it. Now, how much is that gold worth? Maybe not that much at the end of the day. Or the start of the day, for that matter. However, we can now bring our champ back. They will burn out in a turn, which is suboptimal. In fact, they won't even... Yeah, okay, so we need our other molded to come back around. That's good to know. I would say drag up first and see what you get on the draw. You're gonna get hasted. The haste is not that bad. This is bad. If you guys are going straight to the top, why don't you take a hit for me on the way up? Little spooky. Don't really care if you live. I mean, do you really want to bring back your champ? Seems a little busted, right? For them just to burn out. We'd rather have like a burnout 4 dreg. I think we would, believe it or not. We can't really do anything on this floor. We could just like... We can do something on this floor. But I think we'd rather just set up. Yeah, I mean... You know what? We can do something right there. That's pretty good. It's not a great situation. Let's be honest. Actually took damage off, which is surprising to me. I think we're gonna lose again. I don't know though, we do have 2 moldeds. You can't really bring back the Alpha Fiend. Because he's got Burnout 1. If you bring back a Dreg, now we're doing 65 damage. It's gonna take a little bit more than that. I know you're like, what about the Entombed Explosive? Yeah, but this only does 35 damage. Does buy you 2 turns. I don't know if that's gonna matter, but I don't see a better option. Actually, it's not gonna buy you 2 turns. He's gonna die in 1, but 157. I'm gonna be honest, we're hitting you with the restart again. I hate to do it, but it is what it is. We've been having trouble getting the run to stick. And I'm probably missing something. I still like Rector Flicker, but do we have the enablers maybe you'd like to see? Not really. Not really at all. But I don't think Harvest is very good. That's pretty good though. Alright, so let's be smarter this time. These units are going to run into a lot of trouble just below the pyre, which is great news. We need to... This is not a great start for the record. You do 10 damage. You're our highest damage dealing unit, so I'm going to put you up there. And then this does not do anything right now. We need to draft a very powerful, like, aggressive unit right now. As early as possible. I don't mind you guys making it up. I think it... Oh, but we're... It's not necessarily a great play. For some reason in my head, I was like, oh, the dregs will get these guys at the back. Not true. These guys being dazed, I'm going to let them go. For now. They hit our pyre once or twice, no big deal. You guys also dazed. I would prefer if you didn't make it to the pyre. But I think this is more important down here, so we'll torch you up here. I feel like I'm not seeing the board that well right now, but we're gonna work on it, okay? That's my honest to goodness promise to you. We're gonna try to slow it down. This is a different run than just playing a big unit, like a big champion, and then waiting for him to do everything. That is the imp we were looking for. Honestly, might as well put him back here. You're still taking... Oh, no, you're taking a little bit more than 5 now. Can't do anything else on this floor. Do we really want dregs on the next floor? I would say no. You do 5 damage. We'll put this up here and go, yeah. And we can't play that. That's okay. That's okay. I don't think we're going to kill you like this. But it's something. You'll hit our pyre twice. Big whoop. Most important thing. The biggest unit you could possibly find, you need to get him out there right now. I still think that's your play, so you can bring your champ back. Spells are pretty valuable right now. Okay, so I do genuinely think we need the Demon Fiend. How are you going to play it? I haven't thought about that yet. We're going to grab another unit to hopefully buffer us in the interim period. These are not the units I'm looking for. However, Lady of the Reformed can still make a dreg floor pop off. So here's the thing, Demon Fiend, guess what? Welcome to the show. Even though I can't play you, you're getting the upgrades now. Why on earth would I do that? Insanity. Because if I ever get to play you, you're our linchpin unit. Let's just play it that way, you know? We're not turning this on because the spikes are way too dangerous for dregs, which are an essential part of the process right now. I think this is how we want to set it up. Collector, I wanted them a floor up, but that's okay. Oh, we can get you. Oh, we can get you. Oh, baby, can we get you? Oh, we got you. Keeping our deck from getting filled with useless trash, that's a start. Really, here's the thing. Now we've simplified the run because in some ways, all we have to do is get out in front of our Demon Fiend. If we can get the Demon Fiend to get played, we're going to be ahead of the competition. Now, I don't think it's going to be easy to do that. It is a shame this is not really going to work well for me. What about this, though? Maybe that works okay for us, and you're going to burn out anyway, so no big deal. I don't know. Seems okay. Hate that. Not gonna deny that I hate this. I can't play you down here. Are you kidding me, dude? How dare you? Well, we need both of you to die. That's, like, apparent. Could fit a train steward over the top for the future. Or just burn you out so you can come back next turn, I guess. And then play a train steward up at the top anyway. Alright, so the sweep is gonna destroy us here, which is why, if anything, it's actually more advantageous to have that imp out there. And we really don't need to play a drag if it's just gonna die on the top floor. I was just gonna say we'd rather have this burnout imp out there. Alright. You can't fit. But if you could, it would be sick. 41? Really? Like, you just don't want to die right away? Again, we really don't have a big unit. So we have serious problems. We don't need another reform right now. Descend? It's got a certain temptation to it. We kind of need to take a chance right now. It's my honest to goodness feedback of where we're at. So sure, let's do it. Unit draft? Unit draft? We have to do the unit draft. Sure. Big Sludge, you're a heavy hitter right now. Okay? Do we need an imp? Or do we need mold braces? Extinguish, apply armor 5 to the front friendly unit is pretty good. But, forgive me. No, you know... Excuse me. Got a little distracted there. We need... Why would you do this? Okay, just hear me out here. One day we're going to figure out Spike Driver Colony, by the way. Let's just take it and try to... Because we're already at like 43 minutes of pure memes. Why take the imps? I want to get Pyre Chomper and Demon Fiend on the same turn. If we're able to do that, we win, in my opinion. But we got to take a chance in order to get that to happen. So the other thing is we can also bring back a Pyre Chomper if we ever get one, and then play it on the same turn as a Demon Fiend. So we do have the Demon Fiend right now, which is not what we're looking for. Ha ha ha, who would have thought? But that's okay. Guess what? You get summoned out here just to die so we can select and bring you back later. I'll admit it's a bit weird. This is a big one. Okay. On a Harvest, you get Rage 2. Really, our bottom floor should be Big Sludge City, because we have more capacity to work with. So we knew that was coming, regardless. And you've actually gotten quite strong, which is amazing. Now we just need to play the other creatures in front of you. Like the lady tank. There we go. She's kind of like a repeating tank here, which is what we're looking for. You're dead, which is fantastic. Train Steward is dead. Less fantastic. But I am like, what about this? I don't believe it. Would we rather just kill you? No, because I think it's good to have the space there. We should have torched the boss if we're going to do that, but so be it. Okay, I mean, you're not exploding, so I'm not sweating that. And you're still doing okay. I mean, wouldn't describe it as a particularly fantastic play, but you know what? There it is. You know what else I would say? This Train Steward, doing a lot of damage, but not going to live a whole lot longer. So, although if I move you down, this guy's going to find it a lot easier to get to the top. It is true. I can't help but feel like 15 damage that's protected by a few tanks is going to be a little bit more advantageous for us. How's Big Sledge doing? He's getting in there. He's doing his part. I would say it's important that you die. You I'm not really concerned about. I think setting up... I mean, it's tough to say, right? All of these units are kind of useless. But at least you can give me some armor, and I could torch you later to get something out of it. And you can give me some rage, and then you're gonna die to burnout anyway. But I don't really want to summon... Well, maybe I'll summon a Train Steward to slow you down. I don't want to summon the dregs, because I don't want them to get brought back by the Rector's effect. So we're doing a lot better this time. Not sure about that one. It's mighty weird. We can consume this because it doesn't do any value in our deck. I almost just like... Do we have burnout ones? We don't. I almost just like a double rage play here. My whole hope is that it's just gonna tank you up enough that you can, like... I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Truth be told. So we got 2 space up at the front. Here's what I'm actually hoping for. Yeah. Bring her back with Burnout 4, or bring you back with what will amount to Burnout 4. I think you coming out here as a tank is going to be worth more for us. We can't even really kill our own units. Well, that's not true. We can kill you and then bring back an imp with some rage, even though the rage is not going to be high. This doesn't feel right. We're doing enough. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Alright, so what are we taking? Energy! So we can play the Demon Fiend. It's our best unit. We're gonna play the Demon Fiend, of course. Let me just message Sinvicta. I'm gonna be a little late. Hold on. Yo, I'll probably be like... Just a heads up. Okay. This is what happens when you get a 50-minute run to beat the first boss. I feel like armor is pretty useful for us right now. I gotta be honest, we're gonna be able to play this son of a gun. And we still need the energy. We also need the capacity now. So here's the thing. Our deck is substantially too unit heavy. Units must be removed. But at the same time, we also need to upgrade them as much as possible. I would say Demon Fiend is now spent. Let's reroll and look for... We were looking for multi-strike, but I'll tell you what. Quick is good enough with a unit that doesn't have that much damage. And can we tank up this lady? Yes, we can. And you know what? I have no idea how this works. Let's get it out there. And then our champion. Oh my god. Now they're actually doing damage. They do have burnout associated with them, but that's okay. You do not interest me. Alright, removal is very important. But we do now have the ability to play this deck. I think we've got the ability to play it. Dunky dunk, 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 dunky dunk, dunk, dunk. Okay, I mean, no matter what, we're playing this. 7. We're not going to quite get enough to get Consumer of Crowns out there. That's okay. Like, even playing this, it'll make this cost 4, but we'll only have 2 energy. So what we actually want to do, I think we should do it immediately. Oh, but you don't do any damage. Okay, so we're going to set up, like, on the 2nd floor, the burnout floor. And we need a burnout floor to keep our, let's put this out here just in case Consumer of Crowns comes back around, I guess. You could always attack a collector for me. I'm not going to kill it, but you could attack it. We basically, full stop, we need the demon form. They're demon fiend out there, so we don't have to think about this one too much. Although I would like Big Sludge to be out there too if possible. Okay, so only you're going to make it up. You're going to get away, but that's A-okay in my business. We basically have 4 floors worth of units and only 3 floors to put them on. That's the problem that I see with what we got right now. But I'm okay with that. We also do need a... So lucky. I would like to get you out there. Oh, because your days do actually go longer, so I could have summoned something up here. I killed you, dude! There's not much I can do. Oh, I did consume a spell. Hallowed Drippings. You know what? It's actually like a pretty good get. Just in case we can kill a haste unit in the future. I don't know what the heck to do with Spike Driver Colony, brother. I don't know. There's our floor. That's pretty dumb. Where are we going to put Consumer of Crowns? Maybe it doesn't matter. What unit do we have? It's not a dreg. It's a... Thought it was like our imp. I don't know, man. Hear me out here. It is a dreg. What's your burnout at? Burnout 3? Ooh, baby. Why don't you, instead of doing that, just take 1 hit from my champion? That would be nice. We've set up terribly here, in my opinion, by the way. Just terribly. We're not summoning anything special, so I think we just leave you guys where you are. Like, you really think it's the best play just to play almost nothing? I don't know. This imp floor is starting to seem a little goofy. Starting to? I don't know. This is weird. Are we drawing units? No, but we're gonna bring a unit back, and we actually are drawing a unit at least. Okay, okay. Hear me out here. Hear me the frick out, dude. Pyre Chomp. No, you don't need the Pyre Chomp. Hold on. Just torch these two. As funky as it seems, you'll have 3 capacity. Don't torch this one. Put this up here. Then torch this one. Summon a train steward. Yeah. Why? I wouldn't expect your puny earth brain to understand. Then, you guys are going to lose a turn to burnout no matter what. So what we're going to do is descend you. Now you're almost dead. Now you're almost dead. And you're not hasted anymore, which is the important part. I think we just torch you, dude. I don't think we have any business being alive right now. This is an incredibly messy deck. It's pretty bad. Give me some imp spells or like some Memento Moris or something. I really don't think we want any more units. I also don't think we... I don't know, man. I just don't know, okay? I just don't know. That deck's already so thick. Just have mercy. Have mercy. Removal is like... It's so important. Ay. Can we afford anything? No. 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 So the stewards are, I mean, here's the thing, okay? I actually think the train stewards have got to go. Because the drafts and, well, the dregs, which are drafts in my world, I suppose we could have removed something at the relic shop. Oh, absolutely not. At least they're one capacity, so we can kind of fit them in. Everything else is a little touchy right now. It's real tough. Because you want to play... I mean, you have to play Demon Fiend. Let's leave it at that. And then the Rector Flicker. You need the Lady of the Reform to really make it tick. But, you know, with only 3 energy, which is admittedly a lot, you gotta make decisions. So we actually can play Consumer of Crowns. At the risk of sounding comically negative, I still think... How are you not... Oh, because you're... Okay, I see. That's the gold. Consumer of Crowns with no upgrades is great, but merely great. We got some work to do to take it to the next level. So I don't know what to do with Spike Driver Colony, dude. Here's my thinking, okay? Why don't you go ahead and get extinguished so we can get you moving, I guess. We have no place for large sludge. It has no reason to exist right now. We don't really have a place for any of these units, quite frankly, which is working out okay for the moment. Although our champion did just die and did not get brought back. It's working out okay for the moment, but I'm just kind of leaning into this absurdity now, because, like, it's pretty ridiculous what we got going on here. I'm not even saying it's bad. It's more like I just don't understand how to play this deck. But playing 2 big units appears to have worked out pretty well so far. It's technically probably your move here. And then a train steward on the top floor. So you got a lot of stealth. I think you can see the obvious conundrum here. You're not taking any damage. That's a real issue. However, you're very strong. And you may bring back those units in the future. You may bring back those units in the future, thanks to the champ. We did at least burn off your stealth, so that's important. Now I gotta think about how to handle this. How do we handle this? You're taking 300. Well, you have 2 space. You're on burnout 6? If you're on burnout 6, then I think this is how we play it. Yeah, and thank God. This is the messiest run I've had in a long time. I don't think we have a chance to win. I certainly do not think we have a good chance. Fatal Melting is pretty much what we need. I don't believe in Inferno here. I know you're like, you could bring the units back, but like losing the units means a lot to me. We have too many units for too few floors. This does not solve that problem. So this doesn't either, but we're going to spend our prodigious gold here. We don't want endless. So hear me out here. Step 1 is remove the remaining train stewards. Step 2 is fish for more HP or a multi-strike. Well, I guess we already have more HP, but a multi-strike is like so much better, dude. There you go. So now Consumer of Crowns, if we even get the chance to play it, becomes quite potent, quite frankly. I don't know what we're doing with these guys. we got a lot of them. I guess I'm happy to have them. I don't know. Big Sludge, what are you up to? I don't even know if I play you anymore, but sure. Really, it depends when you show up, I think. I want to play you. Don't get me wrong. But Big Sludge ends up being the casualty. Because it's hard to get Demon Fiend and Consumer of Crowns on the same floor. Okay, hear me out here. I think you could maybe set this up. I think you could put Big Sludge on the bottom. Do one of those. All of a sudden, the man's hidden like a truck. Guy's like, what? You need some burnout. You can take some armor. He's no demon fiend, but he's okay. Now, is Consumer of Crowns gonna fit? No. So what do? Well, you gotta put Demon Fiend somewhere. Put him here. Maybe you will be able to descend the Demon Fiend in the future. And put it on the same floor as Large Sludge. Those are my thoughts on the subject. Those are my thoughts on the subject. A Donkey Dunka. It would have been nice to play you know, Molting Imp on this floor. Hey, whatever. Look. Thanks for the rage, fool. And then, you know, you might as well just come out here and do a little extra damage for now. Bottom floor is still pretty messy. So we need a couple of things. We need you up here. You're gonna make it to the pyre, whatever. Not much I can do about that. That's good stuff. You're getting swept. We can live with that. You guys are doing a bang-up job up here. There's, like, no space to even summon other units, really. Why are you taking 8, then? Oh, because you're not stunned. I see. I mean, we can actually keep a drag alive up there. Not that it's really that useful. And again, I kind of just see this as, like, hey, if you can fit a drag, then fit a drag, dude. So Consumer of Crowns right now is hard to get out there. That's a given. This does 12 damage. I've lost that few units so far. Are you kidding me? Well, oh, you're a sweep unit, so you're gonna kill them no matter what. There's very little I can do about that. You're also gonna kill that drag if you make it up there. At least it hits both of you. I guess we'll just focus on buffing this floor and keeping Big Sludge alive. You're not burning out, are you? Not quite yet. So please bring back Demon Form. Nope, okay. Demon Form? Demon Fiend is what I meant. Sorry, we can still get lucky. Demon Fiend? No Demon Fiend. Okay, maybe next time. You're dying and you're dazed, which is fine. Dunk. You sweep. You sweep me. Straight up. Pay him. Pay that man his money. Just trying to make sure you die. Now on this floor, gotta be honest, it beats me. What we're gonna do about this. It's not a fantastic draw, all things considered. I don't think it's worth descending any of these units. It just kind of creates a nightmare for us in the future. Why don't you tank a hit? We need to have space for Demon Form, which is Demon Fiend, of course, to come back. I don't know, man. This is goofy. The other problem is, and this is abundantly obvious, I'm sure, we need a way for, doesn't quite get you, huh? We need a way for, Demon Fiend to live if it comes back. You know what I mean? Can't really play these right now. It's gonna have Burnout 1. So really the only way we can fit it is if we put it on like the top floor. Which is obviously just idiocy. So I think we have to... Don't get me wrong, this is important. I guess you just play that. I thought about torching you, but maybe that's like too galaxy brain. I.e. stupid. We're drawing so many units, dude. Like, this does not feel right. And not being able to play Consumer of Crowns is just devastating. Oh my god, we got him. So he's Burnout 1. Which means there's literally, even if there was a place where we could play him, it wouldn't really do that much. 222 damage coming out here, okay. I think you still try to play him. Just so you could bring him back next turn with Burnout 2. But, I mean... somewhat ill-advised, I suppose. Okay. So we did get molded. We can bring you back with Burnout 2. It don't seem right. It just don't seem right. I think it's what we gotta do, unfortunately. To at least do some damage. Man, I wish we could give you a little bit more. I think this is the end of the road. Melting Hellhorned? Not quite my tempo. So we, believe it or not, we need you to get hit so that everybody can live. Now, that gave us 500 extra damage. You know, a valiant attempt was made today several times. I don't think this is my combo. Enjoy your win game. You earned it. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. See ya.